Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of The Plight of Princes. First thing first, I'm going to embarrass one of my players. Happy birthday, girls.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Take it
No one
back.
pay attention to me.
Everyone pay attention to lovely friend.
I'm going to make Sadie noises now.
I am Sadie now.
So,
Me.
your last session began in the Tower of Zephyros the Wizard, which definitely did not have a wizard cap to the top of it, when you were attacked by a group of Githyanki and a dragon. However, aid came, and the dragon was then secured, contained, and definitely not protected, and also given a disgusting and embarrassing name that no dragon would ever take. From there, we eventually dropped off at the city of Port Lost, which, with a floating tower 400 feet in the air, dropping down an entire group of people in a slow fall effect after they got, with a big cartoonish boot, knocked out of the tower. The guards, of course, Faerun. You guys were brought in. You made your way back to the fishmonger and the gladiator, I believe, and
Making my way.
eventually the brother of Kika, Kaerk, found the group, having spent his time here recovering in this city since the last time he had an incident. From there, much reunion were had, and banter and discussion were given as he spent his time here healing, but staying in one of the richer and more extravagant places within. After a little while, Kika was taken over to one of the wealthier estates where he'd been staying, and was shown the glittering entire canvas of wrecked ships, undersea bioluminescent corals and plant life that were giving this beautiful scape to the sea, which she could see from an elevated room. She then flew over, seeing something in the water which saw her back. With that, Kika and Kaerk made their way back to the fishmonger and the gladiator to speak with, I believe, potentially Wittek in order to see what they could discern about this very large figure in the water.
Yes,
With
she
that-
thought Wittek ought to know since he has an interest in that area.
You like big fish, don't you? And with that, let's jump in. So, Kaerk and Kika are back, and it's not long before you find Wittek.
Hi,
Go.
Wittek.
Yeah. So,
I ain't flying out over the bay. There's something out there in the water, like something big, really, 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 really big.
how big?
Like building like big. Like I don't know if that's like, I don't think that's a merfolk. I don't know if it's maybe like a kind of like a giant or not. I don't know. It was kind of dark and I can't really see the water very well. But it was something, and it was alive and moving, and it had eyes. I saw the light reflecting off it. So I don't know if it's still gonna. Apparently, Kayak thinks it's been there for like a few days, maybe. So I don't know if maybe we should wait until the daytime to see it.
And would I have known of? Would I know of anything? In terms of, like, what I would maybe have seen from storm giants.
I would say make a history check, but it's going to be a high DC because saying big thing in water is not the
Right.
greatest descriptors, unfortunately.
Which I would figure.
She couldn't see anything else.
No, it's fair.
The big thing in water was the description I was given.
I've got written down that it talked, but I don't remember what that was about.
You are correct, but I'm not going to give it an explanation as to what
Yeah,
it was said.
deep reverberating sounds. If it was a language, Kika didn't understand the language.
Yeah, that's what happened.
It may as well have been a whale for all that she could tell.
Basically just.
Yeah.
So.
So let's see. Big reverberating. You do know that giants don't tend to make like deep kind of reverberating whaley noises. Definitely not underwater either. Like that kind of like harmonic ain't something they got the thing to. And there wouldn't be many creatures you would know of very distinctly that would, like, whilst the storm giants do have a undersea main domicile, it wouldn't be in the, say, deep trenches. Like, it is still like a journey which would be incredibly difficult to travel without the means of teleportation. It isn't, you know, deep sea mariner trench. Like, it's not 4,000, 6,000 feet down kind of thing. Exactly. So yeah, there's plenty of things in the sea that you don't know of, and it is an odd descriptor, but you're definitely ruling out that it's definitely not something that you're familiar with, which by itself cuts out a large swath of things.
Right. Yeah, I mean, could be. I mean, maybe it has something to do with the mermaids because they knew I was supposed to be back.
That's why I thought I'd come and ask you, but I was also kind of like afraid because you remember when we were last here, and there was the people in the sewers, and they had that you know, the symbol, and you know, I was really worried. Like it could be something to do with that as well. It could be that the merfolk, and that would be nice if it was. But what if it's more to do with that, and what if it's something dangerous?
I mean, until we get a better look at it, I mean, we're not really able to really say for sure what it is.
I mean, I could show you where I saw it. It might be a bit harder to see from on the ground level because I flew up and like looked down on it, so that's how I got a good view on it. But I could show you where I saw it, so you know where to look.
I mean, yeah, I guess we can go check. On the safe side.
Mm-hmm.
So do you want to go check?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Same thing, by the way, Das. If I see them leave out the front
yeah.
of the tavern, I walk over them. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
You're like finishing up your conversation you had, where the moon was being a right utter shite, and in that time, eventually you do see the lightning blue mohawk and the star knight with a beak making their way out of the tavern.
I'll just sigh and start following them on the roof. I'll go invisible again and start following them. Just keep my distance.
Okay, so you guys follow, and yeah, honestly, you're following. Well, you're following Wittick, so yeah, you actually do need to make a stealth check if you want to remain avoided, unseen.
I'm watching you.
I'm watching Wazowski.
Invisible ass? No, you ain't.
Always watching.
I have advantage because I'm invisible.
Yes.
That's how that works. Advantage, stealth, dice and ages. 21.
Yeah, Wittick, you're good. You're not good.
Yeah.
You know Dell.
I was gonna laugh if she had gotten like at least a 14, but I would just not pay attention. Just be like.
The only reason I'm rolling is that asking her to roll is that she could very well roll below your passive, and then it's just a case of one robot eye goes.
But you're just kind of like, leave it.
Don't shoot me, I won't shoot you, kind of thing.
Yeah.
The robot eye moves, and it's like, Sarah Connor.
So then, you make your way out closer towards the bay, while someone is glaring into their camera. Make your way out towards the bay, and do you fly up or do you just like try to look over from the side?
I'll start at the side to see if we can actually see it, but if we can't really point it, then she'll fly up and try to like guide Wittick. But she'll start on the ground to just be safe.
Just gonna move you guys there because it does go down to like a sandy beach here at this section, so just have to consider.
Yeah. Or maybe on that bridge if it's because it was in that water.
Sure, yeah, you can make
So
that bridge.
that way a little bit of elevation to try and improve.
Make a perception check, the pair of you.
Nah. I ain't perceptive. Oh wow.
What's your passive, Narwin? I know you have like
15.
a passive. 15, is it?
Almost nice.
Jesus.
Almost nice. 96. Terrible menu. So, you're trying to like look out for a moment, both of you, and it's difficult to see anything, and there is just that constant, like, you can just hear the waves crashing up against the sides. And there's this moment of quiet that you two really haven't had for a long period. And it's just the sound of the waves crashing. Faintly in the distance, you can just hear like the soft sirens of distant merfolk or two. The moon is up in the sky.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything.
It's kind of hard to see. I'll try to fly up a little bit and see if I can see it like I did before. And I'll try to like point if I can see it.
So you're both stood there, and there's a moment where you both go, have a brief step back as you're kind of rocked a little, and you're confused, and that's like, the waves aren't that strong. And you're just looking directly down, and you can just see like some portion of the wood, essentially. You can tell there's a moment where it's slightly like bowed under the waves to the side. And then you move back with something as if something was pushed against it and moved off again.
Just be on the safe side. I'm just gonna do a quick divine sense. Make sure there's.
Sure, tell me
Also
what divine.
I'm gonna flutter into the air.
Yes, Posey, my darling.
Can I see it from here?
Make a
Like,
perception
can I see them
check.
moving?
Well, you can see them definitely.
But oh yeah, I'll make a perception check though to see if I can see what's moving.
And also, Wittick is a big fellow, so him moving is kind of obvious.
Perception. Oh shit, I'm not good at this either.
Like, why are you three here looking?
Hey!
So Posey,
Hi.
so a moment where you're like looking down, and you do have the crossbow out because of course you do,
Of course I do.
and you hear that faint voice in your head going, "Hey, look at this!" And there's a beam of light bounces off from the moon to the crossbow bolt, and shines into the water once like all the metal is like sheened, and it's almost like a reflective off. And you can just like follow it, and the only way I can describe it is the silhouette of a merfolk. If the merfolk was the size of a blue whale.
Oh.
The face is entirely obscured with this heavy, almost like accompaniment of seaweed and algae. And you can just see like it's almost like there's an ecosystem on their body all the way down, as if like it's a full thing. You're just like seeing it on the way up. So first you see the tail, and it's like, oh, it must be a large fish at rest, and then it keeps going, goes, oh, and the body changes then, and it's got this like not sickly green, but like this deep mossy green up the sides, as if there's like fish scale and algae there. And even from this distance looking down, you can just see small things just like coming up, like small cleaner fish and scavengers, the kind of things that usually would rest on a larger creature's body, just like I'm cleaning your body, and this is a free dinner kind of situation. All the way up, and you can just see the head is like slightly tilted, looking up, and it's just pushing an arm against the side, and the arm stretched out, so forearm and like bicep used are just like pushing against underneath the waves, looking up at them. But it's more of a, the only way I can describe it is like a more like a large creature playing with a smaller creature. No ill intent seemed to be meant.
Yeah,
off it.
I was
Or
gonna
like
say,
it's
it
just
doesn't seem like it's.
the only way it can be described is, and the only way it can really be conveyed in your head is just fucking with them.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna stay here, but I'm just gonna be ready to bolt if they need me to.
Literally and
And I'm just gonna
figuratively.
watch. Yeah. I'm just gonna keep an eye on it, but
Mhm.
silently amused, perhaps.
But anyway, with Divine Sense, it's just celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet of you, not behind total cover.
You do not get a fiendish, celestial, or undead presence detected.
Huh? Nothing bad or anything.
Maybe we should get off the bridge. Just kind of like fluttering in the air more than anything now, just sort of like hovering slightly off the ground.
I mean, I can breathe in the water, so I should be alright.
That's not my concern.
I mean, the beach is just over there. I can just walk over.
Would you rather go back to the beach then than be on here?
I
We
guess
should-
we can go walk to the beach. If there's anything there.
I was. I don't like this.
Wittick, with your passive perception as you're looking in, it is just a black mass in front of you. But it's a moment where all of it just kind of sinks briefly, as if it's all at once just like being moved. Like a rug that's being pulled back, but away from you. And then very quickly, it all goes right back in, and a wave sprays up against you. And Kika, it goes up so high it actually like hits the bottom of your legs. You're not knocked back, but there is now there's like seaweed over your head. And you can just hear the of a fish just slapping against the side of your head.
a little foot comes down and just picks up the fish and then just goes.
Come.
She likes fish.
Interesting.
Can't imagine why. It's not like she's based off it or anything.
Taking the braid of
Braid
seaweed
of
off
seaweed.
of me.
There's a brief moment where it's like, braid on him might look nice.
Your
Some of it being burnt.
your mohawk's a bit deflated.
As you light it back up and it goes into its full thing for a moment, you can see the silhouette of a face underneath the water, Wittick. But it's a face that is like, that should be a face that's here, but it's down there. And you're having a moment of close, far away, big, far away. About 40 foot down is where the actual water line is.
I was gonna say, what is this? Fucking Sesame Street? Near? Far!
Wherever you are.
Alright,
Does
There's
just
probably about
does just
the only way
Wittick see
can-
it?
There's probably about 7 to 8 foot between eyes.
Alright, well,
Just two big yellow orbs that are just, now you can see poking up from underneath the water. And Kika, you can now see it with the light bouncing off of it from the moon.
you're gonna wave to it.
The head slightly tilts to you, one side to the other, like a dog trying to figure out something. Like, the fuck? The fuck?
Well,
Actually,
yeah,
everywhere.
I think it might just be if it only got here, if it was only been here the last couple of days, I would have to guess it would maybe be something to do with merfolk. I don't know.
Do you want to go talk to it?
Yeah, sure.
No.
you jump off.
That'd be hilarious.
Only for you.
Cannonball! Dunk! You are a literal cannonball.
Let's walk down to the beach, see if he follows.
Okay.
Or it follows.
So you
Go
make
ahead.
your way down to the side of the beach.
Yeah.
And once you're down there, you can just see these gargantuan like eyes just like poking out. But then it like goes under the water when you're at the beach. And eventually a wave just like brushes up and hits against the side as it seems it's the equivalent of a big person in a small bath.
Right.
They move once, the whole bath.
Yeah, we get you.
But then it just begins lifting the head out of the water. And the head is just like, you can't see the eyes right now, you can't see the face, covered in this seaweed-like structure of hair and a mesh. You can see portions of fishnet caught in there. And 5 foot above the water, 10 foot above the water, 15 foot above the water.
Kika goes invisible.
And the head's chin is now just against the kind of side of the beach. The whole head is probably like maybe 20 foot wide. And you can just see like it's almost like a Cheshire kind of thing from side to side in regards to the line of the lip. And it's just like pulls it across.
Oh, front?
Just smiles, and it is just razors. Just spines, and like pretty much every single one of these could be a harpoon in themselves. And it just like opens up its mouth, and you can just hear like as it perches lips, like it's kind of like very deep, like a very low bass whistle kind of instrument, just like what should be like a, all I can describe it is it's like a ooh, but if you took the bass and just went ooh.
Okay. Basically a siren call, but very low.
Hit
Bravado.
the bass.
Yeah.
Sorry, but your siren call was exactly the noise from Frozen 2.
Yeah.
Exactly, like the same exact thing, just on.
Look,
Just
I
saying.
have 2 very young nieces, and if that's not a siren call in Frozen, I don't know what is.
Wittick's gonna be like, I can hear you, but I
No,
won't.
that's Posey up in the thing. She's the Disney princess.
Wait, can have a turn. It's fine. I don't have to hog it.
The Prince Philip gets to have a go now. He's not Prince Eric, thankfully. Well, this would be very different. So, you don't understand it, but you do hear like the in the response of just like many softer calls in the distance from like over across the cliffside, as just there looking towards you. And it says a lot that this creature, you're thinking back to this morning where you encountered a dragon. It's like, this thing could probably take a pretty hefty chunk out of him, if not
Right.
just bite him and pull him in. Like an orca biting a bear.
Yeah. Really, can't really communicate with you, can I?
When it does that, like half the beach just goes of sand to either side when they just shake their chin.
Are you here with the enclave that's or the group that was coming back to meet me?
There's this moment where if the eyes had pupils, they would dilate. It's kind of like around the lid, it just like opens a bit more. points at you. But there's almost like moment of recognition. And all the hair on the head, for a moment, like all the mesh of net and seaweed, all like comes up at once into a mohawk and electrifies into a brief blue spark before coming right back down in a heavy thump, pointing back at you.
Yeah, I think she knows you.
Yeah, I think. Trying to figure out best story.
Kika sort of nervously comes back out of the invisibility that she like panic popped up.
Just like thump.
Like really did. And she just sort of scooches over to the side slightly and just scratches like a smiley face in the sand with her claw. And kind of nervously looks over.
Just like smiles back to you, but it is just, and it's all like yellow and white, and like bits of bone caught in there of something's rib cage.
Kind of curiously, she takes her claw and draws like a little crown-esque shape above the head, and then points at the big one.
It looks for a moment as if trying to understand it. It just like shakes the head slightly.
Can pointing at them. You take me to. Okay.
They just point out to the horizon and just do a full 180, and then like points and makes a sound, and you can hear the merfolk again calling back, as if to say one cycle.
Okay,
Here.
one more cycle, and then they'll be
Yeah.
okay. Okay, I gotcha.
Kika kind of uses her wings to brush away the smiley face and then just does a big X and just point.
And there's that moment where like they kind of like raise themselves up with a smile and come back down. It's like, yep, that's another wave on top of both of you. This is straight up
Oh, okay.
orca at fucking.
Okay, so I think I figured out why they're here. They're here to do some scouting first, make sure that there's nothing fishy going on here. Pardon my term. You're checking the place out, making sure it's safe for everyone. Yes. Okay.
There's this moment where they like lean, like they kind of like leaned back into the water and then just like leaned over you and opened the mouth and just a drench of seawater on top of you.
Right. So we will see them in one more cycle, more than likely tomorrow.
Okay.
I would guess it.
I guess that's okay.
As I continue to take seaweed off of me now. Thank you.
You just see it begins like pulling themselves back down into the water. And as you do, you can begin hearing another call, but it's much closer this time. But it's another softer call. And after a moment, as they begin like pulling themselves back into the water, another merfolk appears. But this one is maybe about 10 foot long, more humanoid sized in regards to the torso, and more masculine. Hair is, again, this messy seaweed kind of equivalent, but it's all like twisted into a braid down the back, and all of their like chest are these bright, multicolored scales, and just kind of they step in, and you can just hear in this kind of like broken comment of, "Is thing right here? Okays? Okays?"
Oh, yes, everything's fine. I was just trying to talk to the big one there. Kind of failing.
The big one just like gets really close to the smaller one, and the smaller one just gives him a kiss on the nose. The big one gets big, bright purple colors, like deep purple colors on the side of the face, and they go back down. And the smaller one points down and goes, "Life mate."
Ah. Very lovely. She has drenched me in many a seaweed.
She think that funny, yes. Good joke. We go tomorrow night cycle. We see Flaming Head Friend later.
Okay.
And they turn and dive in. And then you can just see as they like turn and do their dive in, and there's a moment as they swim away, the bigger one pokes her head back up, looks at both of you, and does the exact same motion, body out of the water as they do, and both of you go, "Oh no."
Oh no.
Oh, dear God.
Posey, you don't feel safe and you're on top of a 40-foot tower.
Just fucking on the fucking ground, just oh God.
Fatality. You two stink of seawater. And if either of you had boots, there'd be a squelch on your way back of water being clogged. But thankfully you don't. You just both
You have
need
claws and fucking metal.
yeah, claws and metal. You're just glad it's
all Keegan needs is her clothes washing because feathers are water resistant.
Posey, that was a sight.
Jeez.
You're like, oh, I guess it's probably that big, and then it's like, you started like counting your guesstimates of the length of that like torso of the larger one, and it's going, that's 20, that's 40, that's 60, that's Jesus.
That's too big, too big, too big,
That
too
is
big.
Liam Neeson somewhere in the world. There's always a bigger fish. So those two begin making their way back very wet.
I will follow, attempting not to laugh at their like
Make a
shame
stealth-
walk back completely.
Make a stealth check, but it's a straight roll because you no longer have advantage. You would
I'm
have
giggling to
you're
myself.
giggling to yourself too much.
Squelch. Squelch.
It's got
I have prestidigitation, so it's not that bad. I can dry us off.
Yeah.
just Riddick, you can swear you hear a snicker somewhere, but you don't know where. Maybe that's water in your robo ear.
Yeah, just come on.
You just begin steaming. Yeah. Bing, 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 bing. You know how to cast steam firebolt. Now you know how to cast steambolt. Bing, 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 bop, boop.
All I'm
Nice.
thinking is the western ricochet noise. Bing, bing,
Yep.
bing. That lands in a bucket off camera.
Oh, that was definitely a tail.
Yeah.
How many fish puns can he put in without being Keaton?
How but to say, you know, it's yeah, but so they're just in the area. Good.
Okay, well, we knew that they wanted to speak to you, so we're early.
But yeah, so should be able to talk to them tomorrow. So just like
So you make your way back. Are you dried off by the time you hit the tavern?
Yeah.
yeah, because I would guess Kika's casting just prestidigitation.
It's just a
on
trail
it.
of seaweed as you make your
Yeah.
way back, because you just gotta take off lump by lump. Someone's gonna go to the bar thinking a fucking Selkie came in. So, you guys make your way back. It's relatively quiet. Karik has just been watching Lo go as he do, dancing his heart out, and eventually everyone makes their way back to the rooms for the night. Loyalty, your thing happens,
Mm-hmm.
and the morning comes.
Give me the HP.
So now you all have your HP, your dice, your this, your that, the others.
Etc. Etc.
Etc. Eventually you wake yourselves up in the mornings and make your way down for breakfast.
Making my way.
It's fish.
Downstairs.
I would say that before Lo comes down, he probably would have. He probably would have determined Puck as akin to. Okay, that might have happened when I was drunk. Okay. So, upon seeing him in the morning, would be
In
a
the morning
little
you
bit-
wake up and he's just on your forehead, leaning down over your eyes like, ah, there you go, you're finally awake.
He lifts up the eyelids. Are you awake yet?
Are you waking? Are you waking? Are you waking?
Gotta make sure you're all punctual
You're finally
now.
awake.
Oh,
Oh no!
You were trying to cross the flame border, weren't you?
Fight or flight response.
God, what am I doing with his accent now? Fuck.
You brought this on yourself.
I know I did. Ah!
So I wasn't drunk then.
No, you weren't. Weren't drunk at all.
Okay.
Though you do need a breath mint. Dang.
Come on, dude. It's early.
You're right, it is early. You're gonna get used to this. Get up.
Okay, I'm getting up.
As you like very slowly begin lifting the head and like instinctually goes right back down, you then hear a gong as there is Puck holding a gong and like the hammer off of one going bing. I said up.
Okay, you've made your point.
Oh, I forgot that Lo has familiar now.
Who do you think she was talking to?
I don't know.
Rolled very well last night.
Hey, I don't know.
Oh God, no.
Again, I was not here for the back end of that session. I don't know what happened.
How do you
Anything could
explain?
happen.
How do you
It
explain?
happens in Port Lost, stays in Port Lost.
Yeah.
No, that's Yatar. Yeah, Yatar is definitely Vegas. Ship Vegas.
Ship Vegas?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
You get yourself ready and you make your way down.
no, there was a thing I was going to do. I'm so sorry.
Yes.
Okay. Hang on. That was what I was going to do. Yes. Before you meet everyone, I just have to tell you a few things. Okay.
A few things.
Yeah.
Why do I gotta know a few things? I know everything.
Trust me on this, okay, dude?
I'll trust you with this, okay then, dude.
Don't call me the Felix around them, okay?
Oh, we're using made-up names then. Then I'm Tickman.
No.
Yeah, the name might bug you.
Nice. You know, I presume that she told you about the whole name thing.
It was over a cup of tea, I heard everything.
Okay. same thing goes with everybody else. So I'm going to have to give you the 101 on everyone.
I mean, I know one of them.
You know one of them. Who do you know?
Who do you think I know?
Oh yeah. Okay. Oh.
Fairy godmother. You know, she's gonna let me in on the details. You don't hire someone into a firm without telling them all the deets.
Okay, so you know Moonbeam, you know Tick, you know Fog, you know
If
Bluebird.
there's another tick, nah, he's gotta go. There's only me.
What do you have?
There's a moment where something you just hear, and the door flies open, and you're looking for Lo, and there's nothing at the height. You look down at the door at the angle, and there is a small, only that can be described as a fairy with these big bug eyes, little quill or little like antenna that go back and curl, in a suit that is worn to suit, but it has been like, you know, carefully tidied and tended to and taken care of over the years. Little top hat on the back that's also worn and torn. The wings on it on the back go from pink to red, so close to it is pink. The fur dart is red. Holding like two arms are down against the hip, and two of them are folded. Going, do you mind? I'm trying to figure things out with him.
Puck, meet Tick.
Oh,
Oh, Loti,
you are.
changed.
Yes, I know. Now I'm much smaller. This is what happens when you mess with a lady in pink.
Huh, I see.
It was a dreaded curse. Only a kiss from a beautiful woman could fix it. Where's Moonbeam?
I have no idea. Right, well. Oh, hey Loti.
Hi.
Whenever you're ready, breakfast I think is ready. Just walk
Cool.
away.
Well, he's taken now, well. Oh, he's one of those ones. Yeah, he knows all the weirdies. That's okay.
Just basically like, oh, new thing. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna fucking go downstairs.
Tuesday.
Yep.
Yeah. Nothing phases us.
Get back. Just try. Just
At this point, he floats up to you, and it's just like, you know, arms out, Tinkerbell style. Like arms on hip, chest pouted out towards you.
I'm only just about keeping it together here, man.
Congratulations, you're an adult. And he just like reaches over and just grabs your nose at a pinch, and that's a stronger grip than it should be. You just begin pulled out the door. Come on, it's breakfast time.
Okay, just give me a second, all right? And then
Oh
go
yeah, you're
over.
still naked. Yeah, get changed.
Oh
I forget.
no!
I forget.
Oh,
People don't
no.
like that.
Sorry.
I mean, I'm sure plenty of people like that. Just, you know, not when they come downstairs for breakfast. Are you finding their sausages?
Lo will be trying to block this out, but it will be at the mirror. Just if it could be the equivalent of a bad everything day, he's doing that. But then, just as easily, just gets the mask and then just goes back into the old reliable elf form again, without realizing.
Oh, I've got to
that
fix that.
Fix what?
The necessity. You are a triathlon runner, and you do not need a crutch.
It's not a crutch, dude. It's not a crutch.
Really? Then why can't you walk without it?
If only you knew, my dude.
My dude? I will work on it. Come on. And he reaches for your nose, and it's like, oh, it's a stupid elf nose. It's further in, and just reaches closer towards you to grab it. So those of you who are downstairs having breakfast can just see a fairy or a pixie in a suit pulling loyalty downstairs.
There is
I'm just
there's the slight imperceptible of like she looks up and smiles, sees the fairy, smiles, and then sees that Loyalty's got his illusion up, and there's the ever so slight lowering of some of the feathers, and then she just goes back to what she's eating.
I'm gonna I'm halfway through drinking something, and I'm just gonna follow it with my eyes, look at the drink, and go, "What the hell is in this?"
Oh, you see, I put a little bit of Roman's favorite stuff in there.
It's dwarvish coffee.
Wait, who's at the table with us? Who's eating breakfast with us?
Who is
Yep.
down there?
Me.
Yep. I didn't know that, so I figured I'll be up by now.
Runara.
Hello.
And I'm just gonna point in that general direction. Do you see that over there?
Yes.
Huh.
Interesting.
Well, I'm gonna just
That's new.
this is good food. And like just walk over it and go back to whatever I was just eating my breakfast.
What? I don't know what's in these sausages, but
Bloody good Cumberland sausages.
yeah, those are herbs in there for sure.
Medicinal.
Oh, what kind?
Eventually, Lo gets sat down with everyone.
Hi, guys.
Alright. Who's your new friend?
This is Puck.
And I don't give a.
He's Puck.
Pluck?
A luck? You're very unlucky.
Well, it depends on your point of view. I would say I'm very lucky because I went from a bitch to a boss-ass bitch in my employment.
Yeah.
Lo gives a side eye to Kika and just goes.
She
Okay.
just sort of looks at you and just has that slight furrow in her brow.
I just feel like Serenus's hair's kind of all over the place a little bit. Like it's like one eye's half squinted, mouth kind of just open a little bit, just looking at this thing like.
Don't worry, Serenus, I see it too.
Poke it in the belly.
Well, do you mind? And there's a moment of a smack where your hand just goes whoop.
Hey,
sorry,
hey,
I'm sorry.
hey,
I'm just-
hey,
I'm
hey,
just
hey,
making
hey.
sure you're.
It just like flies up towards your nose, and just like sits on like the tip of your nose, and like leans into one eye, and then
And
leans
both
into the
eyes.
over eye, leans over to the other eye.
Hey.
I'm going to give you a headache. But
Come
yes,
on.
I'm real.
Don't we need her to heal?
Close my eyes.
The moment you close your eyes, they just like reach into like a back pocket. This black duck gets put on your nose. It's a very tiny one, and then just away back over to Bucky.
Can I attempt to try and like get up between like my two fingers while at the scruff of its neck kind of thing, or it would be suit thing, like just pick it up like that.
You just pick it up by the collar of the suit as he's like flying past back to Low. Hey, do you mind?
What?
I'm not a toy.
What are you? And I'm just gonna shake
I'm
it
a
slightly.
fairy, you heathen! The hat goes flying off.
I'll put out,
Serenus, don't be
what?
rude.
We don't shake the help. We don't shake the help.
I'm just gonna let it go now and just like.
Just onto the table.
I'll pull the.
Sorry, I'm a. Can you give some context to what
Just
this is?
Fixes back the hair, reaches back for the hat, puts the hat back on, trying to reclaim his dignity. Renari, you were saying something?
Oh no, don't worry, go on, carry on. It's fine. I was about to do something,
Listen, folks, listen. Puck here is you to help me. Present from Auntie.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I get that, but I'm still confused. I'm just gonna like focus
Yeah,
like
yeah,
this.
but me too, daughter. But please don't shake. I'm not even entirely sure if Puck particularly wants to be shaken, and I'm not entirely sure
If you
what will
shake
happen
me
if you...
again like that, you're going to wake up upside down under a tree.
I'll pick up one of the sausages off the platter in front of us and just hold the whole sausage up to Puck. You hungry?
It goes down. Whoop. Oh.
Clearly yes.
Free food, I'll take it. Just don't accept any food off of my folk. Word of thumb.
And your folk is
Take a guess.
Keep up, Serenus.
no.
A bit only for the pints, is it?
No. I understand that, but I
Puck,
still need. Yeah, I understand. You fairy, I get that, but
Red motif. From that kin.
You guys seem to think this is a lot more normal
Yeah.
than it is.
I mean, it's normal for you. You should know that.
Yeah.
this will be easier.
Hey.
I'm
Yay.
gonna shake my head a little bit. Okay, right. I accept that thing. Now, why are you here then? Like, what is your goal? You say to help. What do you? Yeah.
My easiest analogy is, and he just points at King, who sat in a corner holding cat. I'm the bird equivalent. Alright?
That last sentence just needs breaking down. Points at the
We don't have time to unpack all of that.
points at King, who is holding cat, and says, "I'm the bird."
Nemo would be absolutely thrilled. We've created our own "How is a Raven like a writing desk."
I'm gonna be honest. I think that explanation
I got this.
gives
I got
me more
this.
questions than answers.
I got this. Puck here is essentially supposed to help me with whatever happened with all the Feywild crap and this.
Yeah, that was greasy. Nasty sausage, yeah.
All this. It just is to himself.
Again, there's the very quick look up and down.
I understand that is a look of disapproval. How does a beak drink from a cup? I don't get that.
Very
Careful.
carefully.
You're at least you're helping. I guess that's. I guess I can. I guess
Technically,
that's
I'm
not
not
really.
a day on the job yet, but don't worry, I'll get this boy out of his rut.
That intro
Get
check
it?
Puck.
For now, I feel like
Sure, inside check Puck.
here to help.
Good luck with that, dude.
Ain't got a clue. Yeah, I'll trust them.
What's more fitting than for my smallest character to use a dice that's probably close to his actual size?
I drew him a
Bonk.
little bit too big.
In the
You get a
past,
hint from what he's saying. It's like, this just sounds like a person who is more or less here as a 9 to 5, except it's a 24/7. He has a job. He seems, except for the fact he was just rattled, and there was a moment of "Ay!" to him, which when he did do, except for his like front 2 teeth on bottom and lower, everything is needle teeth all the way back except for the front 2. And his smiles kind of pucker only to keep those front 2 shown. But he does seem that he's just only interested in helping.
Okay.
We're questioning. Like we've met so many people in the past. Like random girl comes to the table. It's fine. Everything else fine. Random fairy appears. Everyone questions it beyond belief.
I mean, I'm not questioning it.
Like, I think only like 2 of you are questioning me beyond belief right now.
So, Puck, you're here to help. Do you work for Lo, or do you work for...
I work for, oh, what do you call her on this side again?
Auntie?
And like looks towards you. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Kika,
you don't-
yeah. I'm just trying to remember. I got a list.
Yeah, hi.
You were the only person with an actual name. I got nicknames for everyone else.
Hi.
Wait,
She offers out the little finger for the shake.
Yeah. There's a moment where he just like flutters straight up. One hand is behind the back underneath. 2 sets of hands are underneath the back on one side. The other one is there, and it's like the right top hand is out. And just, it's a pleasure. I'm Puck.
Nice to meet
I've
you.
never gotten to meet you, but I've always wanted to because you seem lovely.
Oh, she fluffs up and is like getting all embarrassed again.
You're
Oh, I'm,
you're famous in the Feywild.
No, I'm famous
oh,
everywhere.
I'm sorry. I didn't know. Nah. It was only with a niceness to intend. I promise you.
guys, I want to do another insight check.
Nicknames,
Go ahead.
please, keep to
On
the
Posey.
nicknames.
I'm Posey. Okay.
How's Posey reacting to this fey being?
Sure. Posey, roll something and tell me about
That's
it.
even worse. Fuck this game.
Got a +7.
I know.
Every Fae that's in this table is getting an insight check one after the other. The only way I can describe this is, huh, that's neat. And she went back to whatever she's writing. She has a bagel. She's eating her breakfast bagel and she's writing. It's like,
Yeah.
huh, okay.
Posey's got her white book out and is just scribbling some stuff down. Yeah. Yeah, amused, I suppose.
So, I'm here to. How do I best put this?
Get us more sausages.
Do that yourself. I may be many things, but I am a hired help. I am not a servant. Although, I do have a cool trick I could show you. And he just like flutters up on top of Lo. And he says, focus on looking at my eyes. And he just like does the like lean from your forehead down.
What?
Do you do it?
Do I have a choice?
Yeah. Always a choice.
he's
No, he's here.
serious.
He's here. Like his legs are here and he's like bent down like this, looking at you.
Okay, Puck. As long as this is supposed to be to help.
You focus, and then you're seeing yourself weirdly. And there's a moment where you're like your whole body like leans back, but you begin hearing everything from a much louder perspective. As the eyes you're focusing in focus back up and look around, and you can all see that Puck's eyes are now a bright red. As it looks around to all of you, I can help him with this. If he ever needs a set of eyes to go anywhere where he can, and then he blinks back, and Lo's eyes were whited over, go right back to his normal eyes. Like other familiars can, I can do other services like that to help. That one gives to be a headache, but you're going to figure that one out.
Yeah,
Huh.
yeah. I'm still working out if this is because of alcohol, so that didn't help.
Well, I mean, we can all see him. It.
Either you're
them.
all having the biggest high of your lives, or I am real.
Sorry, Puck. Are you a he, it, them, there?
Yes,
Sure.
Good.
I am a problem. Don't make me yours.
I mean,
Oh, actually, thinking
But-
about it.
I do have a question though. How did you just appear? Like, did you travel here, or just
This tiny monkey's got just.
How did you get here though? Like, here.
Lo is trying to be kindly and is offering.
Ain't you a
grab-
Thundergrove Heaveby?
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, you know how I got here. Shush.
all this is going on, I'm just
I'm
gonna
just
go
gonna-
outside.
You're just like, I'm done.
Lo is trying to be kind and sort of offering sort of little portions of his breakfast to
Ponder for a second on it.
Puck.
Like I'm gonna shut my eyes and like ponder through knowledge of my brain and be like, I feel like it's like a like I remember something from like my past being like, oh,
You've been through a portal from the Feywild to the material plane from Thunder Tree. You are very aware that there are places that the Fey can be sent through.
yeah,
And powerful enough Fey can just send someone right on through to wherever they like. As long as you've got something nearby as an anchor.
yeah, okay, right, good.
Yeah. Just gonna go outside for about 10 minutes.
Get your dog back.
Yeah.
Just like 10 minutes of whistling. And eventually.
Here, boy! Here, boy!
There's like a few kids that seem worried in the distance that you don't
Oh,
have
yeah.
like
Oh, yeah.
a dog back or something. And like, oh, is your puppy missing? And then like,
Oh,
after
yeah,
10
yeah,
minutes,
he's been. Oh, here he is!
Bork.
See, there he is. They're probably just like,
Oh, Puck,
Are you kidding me? It's a
Puck,
bunch of 6-year-olds. They think it's the coolest shit ever.
Puck, word of warning, don't get too close to Tix's dog.
Why?
Word to the wise.
Why?
Static.
Oh, he'd light me up like a little bulb.
Yeah.
There's a moment where he just makes a sound, and he literally turns brick red, and just like as if literally the light cantrip was cast from his person on him, like a little red bulb, and then just shuts back off.
Yeah. Just stay clear. I mean, if you're here to help me, I might as well do the same for you, right?
Cheers. Well, I mean, I come back after like, if I understand correct, like, because I'm not from here, so when I get sent back home, but then I get sent right back to you. I know that's how the contract works for me on my side. You ain't signed nothing, and you ain't tied to nothing, and you can send me away whenever you're done.
Okay, cool. Cool.
so if you. Out of character. So if you feel like your therapy session has been good today, we can end it here. If not, we can continue.
Are you satisfied with your? Are you satisfied with your
Sorry.
care?
With your care.
After I've called the wolf back, go back in. So we going shopping today, or what we doing?
Yes. I'm coming.
Yeah.
Oh God, shopping. Yes. Need a barber desperately. Okay.
Out of character. I need a barber too. Sorry.
Too real.
Zero.
Life will take time.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
The escapist fantasy we all need.
It's been full on money.
Haircut.
I mean, I had Thane get an undercut as fucking, live vicariously. So, so I have a problem, kids. I'm gonna be out of
Yeah.
character for a hot sec. Parents are going to bed. I've already been told once they're going to bed. So if I were to continue to run this, I run the risk of pissing them off, which I do not want to do. So are folks comfortable with taking up a shopping session next week?
Yeah.
Well, I'm fine with that.
If you want
Yeah.
us to.
Only because I do not feel comfortable making noise and getting in trouble again.
That's
That's
fine.
fine,
I
that's
mean,
fine.
shopping is very much going to be just
I
saying
don't.
what we want and looking for it. So we
Yeah,
don't
we
necessarily
don't
play it.
have to role play it. We can just go. We'd like to buy this, and if it's available, we'll buy it.
And you can
Okay.
tell us what to roll, and we can do that throughout the week if you want to do it now or later or.
I tell you what, if everyone wants to, just say right now what you guys are interested in doing, because I know Blue wants to get some armor.
Yeah.
So that'll be visiting an armor smith.
I will be joining Blue on that. definitely.
Health potions was a concern.
She's going to a herbologist, yeah.
Well, we know where a certain alchemist might be.
Yes.
Oh,
That place got blown up.
Yeah, firebomb.
Hmm.
I'd like to see if there's if I could possibly get my see if there's any magical leather armor or some different cell of leather armor with anything something I could put onto it to make it better. I guess.
You're looking at trying to find some form of additional armor yourself.
Yeah,
That's
which is
fine.
essentially what I'm looking for because I have basic leather. I want to improve.
You'll probably be looking
for
for
you,
the flame
you
armor.
make it that together, yeah.
So that stuff is all good. I'll take that under consideration, but we will look at that next week if
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
if you want
Yeah.
to. It's perfectly
Yeah.
fine.
Only because the door's already been opened and people are going to bed, so I don't want to.
Okay.
We did start late as well, unfortunately, but that's fine. It just means that now we've had a nice bit of roleplay. People got wet, shook
It's
fairies.
fine. Even if it's
also,
only
I
a
will
little bit, it's all
say-
good.
I will also say that when the fairy was shook, pixie dust did come out into the ground.
The Zhao in me
Yes.
almost flicked Puck to see how much damage I could do. I was like, no, that's Zhao. That's not Renara.
That's not Renara, no. So fair play to you. And with that, everyone,
Please don't shake my therapist.
just like the world's smallest therapist chair, and just like him across the stretcher, like, so where did it start?
Oh dear.
So everyone, thank you so much for watching. This has been a lot of fun. There might be streams from people from here at different times throughout the week. I'm not sure if Blue's partner Spook might be streaming some Evil Geniuses again. It seemed like fun that he did it. If he does it again, there's a shout for that.
Potentially, yeah.
Keep up to our Twitters for all this kind of detail.
Yeah.
And we should be good for next week for Pop. And
think
I'll
so.
be getting a run around for everyone to find out about that, and we'll move on. So thank you all so much for watching, if indeed you still do, and we'll see you all next week. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.